Okay. After spending 5 years trying to gain admission into University of Ibadan to study medicine and surgery, I finally gained the admission after 5 whole years, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here is my story. Hi, my name is Pelumi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be talking about my journey before medical school. Let's get into the video, guys. So it's all started when I was in secondary school. I just wanted to be a medical doctor, but then I didn't know that it was actually going to be hard. I wrote UTME, my first UTME. That was around 2015, and then I wrote my WAEC as well. My UTME score was actually quite good compared to them, because I usually hear rumor that it's very hard to actually get even above 200 then. So I was quite happy when I got above 200. I realized that getting above 200 is what I need to actually get admission to UI. And I'll just come and write the post-UTME. I was trying to study for the post-UTME, so around that time I was actually not quite knowledgeable enough. So I was saying that I will basically be studying. I tend to say I will study, and at the same time I'll be studying, and at the same time I will be watching movies. That didn't quite work out, because when I came for the post-UTME, that was like my first time I was actually living in Oshobo, leaving my house then. So I came to Ibadan. I stayed a day before the post-UTME. I stayed with my uncle's friend. I stayed with my uncle's friend. And then I remember that night, he treated me nice. He took me to Mr. Bill's. I chose the head of my life. No, not the head of my life. The head of my life. The life of my head. I would genuinely be short. So basically, the next day, I went for the post-UTME. Now getting there, I saw people studying. I was like, what are people studying and all? They called us and I entered into the exam hall, and then they served us. They served us the papers, our questions, because obviously if it's not serving, I won't be sweating when I got to like number 25. So he gave us questions. I was like, this question I had. So I was just saying 30 minutes more. Like, out of 1 hour 30 minutes, I was still on number 25. So I was like, at this point, any yara logo. I just started guessing. So I remember we were like, 5 minutes more. I was just shaking on my chair because I was scared that I didn't really do this thing very well. Now when they finished, I was disoriented because I was scared. I was like, I've not banged this thing like this, but so I got home. They released the results, which was basically what I wrote that they gave me. Now some people say that okay, they gave them this score, and then I got this. Not that they gave me, because it was basically what I wrote down that they actually gave me. And then my mom's friend actually recommended doing A-levels, so I went to A-levels. I remember getting to the A-levels, and then we had a chemistry teacher then Sister Shewa. She gave them a question to actually solve. So I remember getting like 5/25 when I got there. I was very displeased that they do this A-level, and basically people have been saying that A-level was hard and all. So I remember going, and then I just said, okay, I think I need to be serious with my life now. So I started doing personal studying. So after the A-level stuff, I'll getting home, I'll sleep, I'll wake up, study till the next morning, and then do the same thing over and over again. So I remember there was this particular tutor that I had then. She was teaching us biology, because when you're doing A-level, you're doing 3 subjects. So you're going to do biology, chemistry, physics if you're trying to study medicine, and then you're trying to study engineering course, you're going to be doing maths instead of biology. So I had this biology tutor, then there's all this like high me that you don't talk, I don't know I'm talking to you. So I remember we did the exam, we did a mock, and then they released their results, and I got quite well in the biology. So it was from then that she stopped disturbing me. She just leave me on my own. She was even trying to be like way more friendly after that, but then that's by the way. So at the point I stopped going to A-level due to some personal reasons, and then I decided to I wrote UTME while doing A level, so I just decided to just use the UTME directly. But then turns out the UTME didn't work because at that time at the council post UTME. So I said, okay, let me just go for pre-degree, learning pre-degree. So I remember going to the cyber cafe and paying 12,000 naira. That was like around 2016. I was spending 12,000 naira to actually register for pre-degree, and then they called me back at A levels that okay, I should come. They're about to do exams and all. So I went there, and then we did mock before going, because they always do a mock exam before going, so they will know whether you are ready or not. We did mock exam. I did well, and then so on getting there, we did the ordinary registration, and then I met my roommates, and then everybody was very nice. And basically, when we are doing A level, different people are there. Some of them are actually just there to catch crews. It's only a few of them that are actually there to actually like not a few of them. Most of them are actually there to actually come to actually pass. Now most of them, except for people that are doing BCP, biology, chemistry, and physics, they are actually there to actually they are trying to gain admission for medicine or pharmacy, either of the two. And then for the people doing math instead of biology, they are there to study engineering courses. So there are a lot of people there. Some of them are just there to catch crews. Some of them are actually there to gain admission, and some of them they didn't know where they are going. Some of them are already they didn't know that okay, after this thing they are traveling out, nothing will stop it. So they are just there to just while away time a bit. I made a couple of mistakes. While trying to prepare for the A levels. The first one was during my chemistry exam. Someone stole my calculator. Let me use intonation there. Someone stole my calculator, and I couldn't find it. So someone borrowed me theirs. I didn't check to calculate whether it was working very well and all. So I'm getting into the exam, I realized that the logarithm of that calculator was not correct. Now that's where Kasala comes in. And there were like a whole set of questions, like all these questions that usually have babies, 1AI, 1AI2, all these things. So it has, and in that for me to actually solve the next 5 questions, I need to actually get the answer to the first. Now, something just whispers to me that okay, use this value. I'm like, I'm not sure now. That if I use this value and it's not the value, that means I will miss basically almost everything. And I left it. I was leaving the exam and checking the value. It was exactly the value that came to my mind. And another scenario that happened during physics too. I was actually meant to we're having physics tomorrow. A day before, I'm actually meant to study, just to revise. So I remember someone was playing all these Indian movies, 3 hours long movies. I had to watch the movie. So I was like, okay, after this movie I will study since it's just 3 hours. Now after I was done watching the movie, I was looking for my textbook. I couldn't find my textbook. I went to the school to ask around. I asked my bunk and I said he's the one with the textbook. He said, okay, I should not worry, I should go, that I will bring it. But I did not come back till evening. And at that point, there's nothing I can do anymore. So that night, the midnight towards the next morning, I was just studying. I left my hostel very early. Nobody even knew where I left. Most of them, I even think probably I will even miss the exam. I went to the exam. All the questions I saw were just looking strange. I couldn't solve most of them. So what I was just doing, I was just using idea. And all these things are normal things that I knew well because it was physics. I was crying inside and there was someone beside me that was always calling me boss Alpha. Boss Alpha. I was pained. But immediately after finishing the exam, as I stepped out, boom, everything just started coming in. I couldn't go back and sir, please let me bring myself. I want to correct it. They won't answer you. But then we did the exam. I finished the exam and the result came out. I didn't meet the color map of it, so I couldn't gain admission for. And that year I didn't write UTME as well. So I was like, you don't want to study medicine. So okay, next year I'll just apply using the entry and I'll just move on. So that year, that was like 2018, I applied using direct entry and I applied using UTME as well. So I remember I didn't want to apply using UTME, but it was my mom that actually persuaded me to apply now. You never know what will happen. So she persuaded me. So I basically wasn't studying at all. I was not studying. I was not studying at all. I was just watching movies. Until 2 weeks before the exam, that my mom was like, can we now? We decided to study within that 2 weeks. So lo and behold, I went to do the exam. I had a very nice score. The score actually gingered me to actually study very well. So this is the part that actually led to the next phase of my life. I think it's basically this phase that actually changed my life. So after this UTME score gingered me, and I said, okay, I need to be serious with my life. So I was going to the library. So I was studying. I went to the library for like basically 3 months straight, and I was not spending anything less than six hours at the library, except on Saturdays when they will actually close very early. So I was spending like 6 hours every day. So I think that was basically what changed my life. Then I remember going for the tutorial, and then the first exam we ever actually do, I got 50. After all the reading, after all the jacking, and like, oh no, this is a different ball game. Then I just started studying, and then because basically most of getting admission into for studying medicine actually not just about you just knowing it, it's about knowing how to actually apply what you actually study. So I remember I calmed down, I wrote with some people that actually were getting high scores, and then I started observing, oh, this is how you should study, you should try and solve questions and all this. So after that, and then we did the post-UTME, I had a very nice score. I was quite certain that I would get admission because almost everybody around me was getting the same score. Almost everybody was like, look, I should gain admission for you. But then low and below, sorry, that's not low and below. Let's leave it. So no, don't cut it. So basically, so I remember seeing the cutoff, and then realizing that I was behind the cutoff mark by 0.25. That stuff was very painful. I was even still hoping that okay, probably it's just 0.25 now, they will still give me admission. They did not give me admission. It was very, very painful, like very, very painful. But then after like a month or two, I had thinking, okay, since I'm this close to gain admission this time, gain admission for medicine this time, I think I should be able to definitely do it again. So I just okay, let me just take another UTME form. So I remember while I was at the I realized that you actually gave me admission for MLS, medical laboratory science, like using my UTME. I applied using direct entry as well, and then they gave me physiotherapy too for the direct entry. So me too, I was not feeling like a boss that your father, I'm not taking this admission. You not giving medicine, I'm coming back, come and show you to do paper. So basically I terminated the 2 admissions. Then I before terminating the admission, because I remember I left the admission because I was still not sure. I left the admission. Before I terminated the admission, I was not quite serious with the whole UTME and all. I was like, okay, I still have a second option. So towards that end, towards around December, before the UTME, I was like, okay, let me just terminate this thing. Let me just terminate it. Then I decided to terminate the 2 admissions. So at least I know that okay, and you should know, like you can't go to the front, you can't go to the you can't go to the back, you can only go to the front. I have said that in Yoruba. And you should know what you should, and you should pass what you should. Anyhow, I don't even know. So basically, I decided to terminate the admission, and then I moved. I was serious, so I studied for the UTME. I got high score. I prepared for the post-UTME as well. I got high score, and then here I am now in medicine and studying in UI. So basically, what I actually learned, the key things for you to actually note is that to actually gain admission into medicine and surgery in UI, in not just UI, generally, I think generally, it's actually not more like the fact is you can't just do it on your own as well. Because when I was thinking, oh, I know book, I'm quite intelligent and all. It's not just about being intelligent, it's more about grace. And then there are people that were actually quite intelligent, and then they still didn't get admission for medicine. So it's more about praying to God for the grace, and then you doing your own part as well. Then so that God will crown your effort. So so basically, if you have any younger ones or anybody that's trying to get admission for into UI for medicine and surgery, just advise them to be serious with their book, to study their book, to solve a lot of questions, to roll with people that they know that are quite intelligent and all. So I think that's all I have for you. So I'll basically be releasing 2 videos every week. One will be about my journey as a medical student, and the other will be about entrepreneurship, self-development and all. So stay tuned. So if you like this video or you enjoyed this video, please kindly hit this like button, and if you are new to the channel, please kindly subscribe. Thank you guys. See you next time.